name is Derek from Tomcat Gas Training. Today's video is another episode in Gas Engineer Does. Today's job is, I've got to plaster inside this cupboard for my wife. So, first job is, when the washing's finished, to get all this stripped out, so we get the old plaster off the wall and put some plasterboard on. Here we are in B&Q in the plaster area. Loads of different plasters you can buy. This one is board finish, so that's just for plasterboard. This one's multi-finish, which will do any surface, and that's the one we're going to be getting. We've also got things like browning and bonding, which is down that end, which are used like bonding's used if you've got a concrete wall. But we're going to need that, and we're going to need some of that. Because I'm in my pickup, I'm going to have to take some of them because they won't fit in. We also need some of this, which is scrim. We also need some of this stuff, which is going to stick the plasterboard to the wall. So I've got all my stuff on my trolley. Let's go and pay for it, get it home, and actually get it fitted. Let's get on with it. So we're going to be sticking this on. So we're going to be dot dabbing this to the bare brick, and then we're going to be skimming over the top. So, as usual, let's get on with it. I don't just have Tomcat hats, I do have a few others as well. Got Rose. What are the magnets? Now the washer and dryer is out, so we can see what's in the cupboard. So this wall's all coming off. Got to take the shelf out now, and then we can start knocking all this render off. Now I'm going to be using this to get rid of the old plaster off the walls. It's rendered. Got a dust mask, but the elastic snaps, so my wife's just had to tape it to my head. Got the ear defenders on, wherever they are. So I'm now ready with my safety glasses and my boots to start taking off the render. Here he goes. I've taken the under off now, and the only thing I had to be careful of, I didn't break anything, was the fuse spur to the light outside. Anyway, I've got to take that off and put some blocks on and tape it up anyway, and I can't plaster while that's in place. And also we've got this big hole here which I'm going to have to fill in, so that's the next job. Now if you see, if I put the level, the wall's not a million miles out, but this massive big gap here will have to be filled in. So I'm going to get some expanding foam, fill that in, let the foam go off, and then mix some adhesive. So we've got to dab it on the wall, the plasterboard on the wall. So it's really just this big hole here I need to fill in. So let's get on with that. Now a little trick with your foam gun. When you've finished using with the foam gun, just let it, don't get rid of all of it on the end, and just get your Stanley knife and just clean the end off. And what I'll do is protect your ball. Oops. So I can now foam my big hole up. Any more big holes I've got. Just get carried away now. Okay, let's get this fuse spur sorted. Right, darling, you can put the power back on now. And that's everything taped up. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the plasterboard. So I'm going to measure across here now to see if I'm going to cut the plasterboard. Now the 3 sheets I've got to go up, so I'll need to cut 3. So I'm going to cut the first 2 so they're ready for when I've made the adhesive to stick it on the wall. So I'm just going to get a measurement first. Now, cutting the plasterboard can't be any easier than this. Just going to measure . I'm just going to get my spirit level. Put it across, make sure my fingers are out of the way, just use a Stanley knife, go across the top of the level, snap it back, run down the inside with the blade down, and that's how easy it is to cut plasterboard. Well, let's see if it fits. Okay, the plasterboard needs a slot in it for the waste pipe. So I'm just going to get my spirit level like that. level it across, use the pencil, go on the top of there, level it across, go like that. And now I'm going to measure from the back of there to the front of there, mark it onto the board, mark it, and then that'll be my distance. So I'll come down here at 230. Cut down that slot, cut round there with the Stanley blade, and that'll be it. And the first piece fits like a glove. Just need to get a bit of this blue stuff off here. Job's a good one. So the next piece is the same distance. I've just checked it. So I am making it hard for myself, cutting this way, because so the camera can see it. It is easy doing it the other way, because then I'll show you. Put it on the floor like that. You can now put the spirit level like that, and you've got more birches to put on it. Snap it again. Around, and that's it. Let's see if this one fits. Okay, the electrical box is behind here, so I'll put the plasterboard in position where it needs to be, and I'm going to tap it the box is. Well, what that'll do is it'll mark the back of the plasterboard for me, so I can cut it out easily without measuring it all. Like that. So hopefully this will fit. Like a glove. Just need to sort these wires out a little bit, but other than that, perfect. So just need to measure for this top bit now. And let's try this last piece now. Fingers crossed. Oh, get in. Perfect. So that's all the plasterboard's cut. All I've got to do now is mix a load of, oh, I need to make a piece for down there, but I can do that later. Need to get some dot and dab done now. So let's mix some adhesive to stick it on. Okay, but first I need to take this off and I need to PVA the wall. So let's get PVAing. Now, next job to do is PVAing. So this is PVA, and PVA stands for polyvinyl acetate. What this is going to do is it's going to put a membrane on the wall to stop the plaster just sucking in, or the adhesive just sucking in. So it's going to put like a film on the wall basically. It's basically wood glue. So you can mix it 2 to 1, or you can just put it on neat if you want. But this is my handy little PVA Blackpool Pleasure Beach bucket. So I'm just going to pour, half fill this with this. and then I'm going to fill it with water, and then I'm going to mix it with my wife's best spoon. Hopefully she doesn't mind. Okay, so we're going to mix it in now. 50-50 mix. Now you know why I'm mixing it outside, because I'm a messy beggar. And then you could have a put this on with a roller, but I'm just going to put it on with a brush because I haven't got a massive area to do. So let's get it on the wall. Now it's all mixed up. Now, if you've seen my videos working in France for my sister-in-law, I did a bit of plastering there, and you would have seen I would have died for a bit of PVA, but the French didn't seem to know what PVA was. So you can be as rough as you like with it. Like I say, you can use a roller, but I'm just using a brush. I'm just starting at the top because it runs downwards, being careful around this power. Always making sure you've got your safety glasses on when you're working above your head. So see you in a bit. Now we're ready for mixing. So what we've got here is the plasterboard adhesive. I have got about a quarter of the bucket. It's a clean bucket with clean fresh water in there. I've got my drill and my whisk ready, and I just need to open the bag. This is always the hardest part of the job. Actually a better bag than normal, this is like a plastic one. Okay, so it is a white powder, which I'm going to add to my clean water. Put quite a bit in. Now, if you're mixing this inside, you should be wearing a mask, but we're outside. So I'm now going to get the whisk going quite slowly, and right to the bottom. Now you should always have another bucket of clean water handy so you can clean your whisk off. And my big paintbrush. Because the most important part about plastering is keeping your tools clean. I only seem to be having my bricky trowels. I'm not doing very well today. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting rid of all the loose stuff, and according to the manufacturers it should be a smooth paste with no lumps in it. This is full of lumps at the moment, and it takes, from mixing, so according to the manufacturer, an hour to go off. Now I need to mix it a lot more than this. A lot of powder at the bottom. Now this looks a lot better. There's no lumps in it, and it looks like it's going to stay on the wall. So all I've got to do now is find my hawk. I haven't seen it. I hope I haven't left it at work. Don't say I've got to make another one. I better go and find the hawk. Now, for some reason my microphone went a bit dicky here, so I did have to make another hawk. So basically got a piece of plywood, and I accidentally broke one of William's badminton rackets to make the handle for it. And then I just put 2 screws through the top of the wood, and away I went making my own hawk. So you can see here I'm now putting the dot and dab on the wall, getting ready for fitting the next piece of plasterboard. As you can see now, I'm just bringing in the next piece of plasterboard, just making sure it's plumbed up and it's looking straight. I'm now filling in the gaps at the top with some extra adhesive, just making sure that when I put the next piece on the top it will all squidge out. And in comes the second piece of plasterboard, all the dot and dabs on the wall, and again fits like a glove. Let's get it all level. Check again with the level, make sure, give it a tamp down, make sure the edges all match up. This is the most important part, to get it flat. I shouldn't really be using my level for this, but I haven't got anything else, so I just thought I'd whack the level against the wall. Just checking, making sure it's plumb. So just the last bit of dot and dab now to put at the top for the last piece of plasterboard. Plenty on. Again, I filled the gap in at the top of this one. In with the last piece. Again, fits like a glove. I think I'd made it for the job. Again, use my level to get it flat. And that's the end of the dot and dabbing. So let's have a look now. We've done all the plasterboard. Let's see how flat it is. It's not too bad. Now let's get the plaster mixed. Well, that's the end of this first part on how to dot, dab and plaster. If you've enjoyed this video, why don't you give us a thumbs up or leave a constructive comment down below. If you've liked this channel, then why don't you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because we release new videos every Wednesday. So all I've got left to say is thanks for listening, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday on how to plaster. Cheers guys.